So while everyone's out there chasing the next shiny AI chatbot, what if I told you there's a massive, and I mean massive, $2.8 trillion opportunity just hiding in plain sight? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on these so-called boring industries where the real AI money is flowing, and we're doing it with some killer insights from AI education expert, Coach BK Han. So, be honest, do you ever feel like you totally missed the AI gold rush? Yeah, you're not alone. It's so easy to look at this explosion of new tools and just think, man, all the big opportunities must be gone by now. Well, here's the secret. You are not late. You're just looking in the wrong direction, right? Let everyone else fight it out in those super crowded spaces. We're going to go where the real money is quietly being made. So here's the game plan. We're going to dive into 4 huge, totally untapped markets: corporate training, weddings, you heard that right, pet healthcare, and the skilled trades. And then, the best part, we'll break down the patterns so you can find your own hidden opportunity.
All right, first up, corporate training. This is a massive, massive industry that is, let's be real, practically begging for an AI-powered overhaul. Let's dig into why.
Okay, the scale here is just staggering. We're talking about a market worth over 417 times billion dollars, and it's still growing. I mean, the demand is obviously huge, but, and this is a big but, there's a massive problem.
And that problem is, most of this money is just going right down the drain. I mean, just look at these numbers. 75%, 3/4 of employees say that training didn't actually improve their skills. And get this, 70% of what they learned is gone within 24 hours. Companies are literally burning cash on these generic one-size-fits-all programs that are slow to create and impossible to measure.
This is exactly where AI just changes the whole game. Imagine an AI content factory, okay? It takes those boring old manuals and instantly turns them into fun, interactive quizzes. Then it creates personalized learning paths for every single employee, gives them instant feedback, and this is the kicker. It tracks real-world performance on a dashboard. We're talking metrics that matter, like sales closed or errors reduced, not just did you finish the course.
So, how do you get your foot in the door? Here's the key. You don't sell AI. You sell results. You walk in with an AI audit that shows a company exactly how much money their outdated training is costing them. You translate that wasted time directly into wasted dollars. Now that gets their attention. Okay, next up, we're shifting gears from the boardroom to a surprisingly lucrative field that's just packed with emotion and a ton of admin. Yep, we're talking about the wedding industry.
And don't underestimate this one. We're talking about a $900 billion global market. That's billion with a B, and it's on track to break $1 trillion next year. People spend a fortune on weddings, but behind all that glamour, it's an administrative nightmare.
Think about the key players here, the planners and the venues. They are completely overwhelmed. Planners are just drowning in paperwork and emails. In the venues, they're struggling with these leaky inquiry funnels, losing customers because they're just too slow to reply.
So, what's the solution? An AI wedding assistant. And listen, this is not about replacing people. It's about building a system that handles all the tedious background work. You know, automatically tracking RSVPs, sending guest updates, and being the central hub for communication with all the different vendors. It's a lifesaver. And that is the core value proposition. The goal is to save a planner 20, maybe even 40 hours of admin work for every single couple. What does that do? It frees them up to take on more clients. See, you're not just selling a tool, you're selling them more time and more profit.
All right, market number 3 is one that's driven by pure, unadulterated passion. Pet healthcare. I mean, let's face it, pet owners are willing to spend just about anything to keep their furry family members happy and healthy.
And oh boy, do the numbers prove it. Just look at this growth. This market is set to practically double from $66 billion to $120 billion in under a decade. The growth is just explosive. Now, here's a really key insight from Coach BK Han. You have to remember that most vet clinics are just small businesses. They've got a tiny staff, they are drowning in paperwork, and their phone lines are just constantly ringing with panicked pet parents. It's organized chaos.
So, once again, what's the pitch? You are not selling AI. You're selling a solution to their biggest, most annoying headaches. An AI triage nurse chatbot that can pre-screen calls from worried owners. A smart scheduling system that drastically reduces no-shows. And a tool that automates all the billing and paperwork they absolutely hate doing.
Okay, let's hit our final market, The skilled trades. We're talking HVAC, plumbing, roofing, the whole shebang. Now, most people trying to use AI here are focused on lead generation, but we're going to take a totally different and frankly much more profitable angle. And this right here perfectly illustrates the strategic shift. On one side, you have the old way, the red ocean, which is all about selling more leads. It's that unpredictable feast or famine cycle. But on the other side, you've got the blue ocean, the new way. And this is all about building a stable, predictable engine of recurring revenue using subscriptions.
So, how do you actually build this? It's a simple three-step process. First, you package up their routine services, like HVAC inspections or gutter cleanings, into simple monthly subscription plans. Second, you use AI to reach out to their entire list of past customers, those dead leads, with this new subscription offer. And finally, you use AI to automate the whole thing. The scheduling, the billing, the renewals. You're literally building them a predictable income stream out of thin air. Okay, so we've just looked at 4 completely different industries, right? But there's a really clear pattern connecting every single one of them, and this is the formula for you to find your own opportunity.
So here it is, the blue ocean formula. First, look for those boring, established industries that have high-value transactions. Second, find the people in those industries who are just bogged down by administrative overload. Third, pinpoint where communication gaps are costing them serious time and money. And finally, offer a simple, automated solution to that specific problem. Remember, you're not selling AI, you're selling a solution. You know, these powerful strategies and insights, they come directly from the work of Coach BK Han. He specializes in AI education and coaching, specifically for the corporate world, helping businesses just like yours apply these exact principles to find their own unique competitive edge. So if any of this sparked an idea for you, he is absolutely the person to connect with.
And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? While everyone else is out there chasing the next big, flashy chatbot, what simple, boring, and incredibly profitable problem are you going to solve?